Hi everybody, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So you guys know that I'm a huge fan of Fenty Beauty, so I am joined here by the lovely Hector, and he is their global makeup artist.
So what we're gonna be doing today is focusing on complexion. I mean, we're kicking off 2019 with our Pro Filter Instant Retouch Concealers, and then the extension to Pro Filter Complexion and some powder. I mean, because it's all about skin, as you can see how flawless the skin looks. And then obviously I gotta zhuzh it up with some eyes and some lips, and of course, killer radiance. So the first step obviously is priming. Do you prime often or no?
Yeah, I like to prime. Not every day though.
Well, what I like about this one, I feel like it feels like a moisturizer.
Yeah.
So that's very refreshing. So I feel like oftentimes they're a little tacky.
Yeah, no, I don't like that.
I don't like a tacky moisturizer. So now we're gonna use Pro Filter in the shade 310. So I know you're a big Fenty Beauty fan.
I am.
Tell me why you like us so much.
You changed the game. It's like, I felt like this is what the makeup industry needed. Like there was nobody bringing out 40, 50 shades of foundation and then also providing us with other sick makeup. It's all been consistent, the packaging, the way the makeup is, like how good the makeup is. I hate when brands just bring out a load of stuff and it's not even good.
Right, right.
You know?
Like I was just telling you earlier, like even the powders took 2 years to make.
I mean, it was worth it.
She was like, I mean, I don't want no flashback. I want it to feel like feathers. Like, I don't want to feel anything. And I'm like, sure.
It was worth it, definitely.
So worth it. Yeah. So worth it. When I saw the end results, I was like, oh yeah.
It's everything.
So now I'm just gonna go with my precision sponge and create more coverage, although you don't need it. Skin is like flawless.
Oh, thank
you have no
you.
pores. Sometimes with the brush, you apply too much in some areas. So I'm gonna contour first. Oftentimes, a lot of people like to do concealer first and then contour. What do you do first?
I like to do concealer first and then contour, but this is
Why?
intriguing. Why do I?
Really? I think that's a lot of people don't know, right? And I feel like when you do that, concealer is one of the things that wears off the quickest.
True.
So when you do it last, it's better because it will last longer.
True.
Right? So
That's the
when
truth.
you contour sometimes, what happens is that you go a little bit too wide and then you'll have to go back and conceal and like do other things.
Yeah, that's what happens to me, actually.
Yeah, so just contour
Just
first.
contour first.
So I'm using matchsticks in the color Mocha. And I'm just like placing it wherever I'm gonna contour. And I like to use the same brush. So I'm using my full body brush. It just creates like a nice, softer blend. Since it has a little bit of residue of foundation there already. One of the techniques that I learned from Ree that I wanna teach you is contouring the way Ree does it. So oftentimes like we follow like the tip of the ear, right? And we go down.
Yep.
So with Ree, it's actually a little bit higher. So it's like contouring on the temple.
Okay.
So it's actually way higher. But what happens is that it chisels your face, allowing the face to seem higher, like more snatched, I would say. I just used a little bit of espresso right now to really just create some depth.
What color is she in Matchstick?
She switches from mocha to like
Truffle?
truffle, we use a lot.
Yeah, I like truffle too. It's a bit dark for me at the moment, but
Really?
I make it work.
I'm actually using espresso on you right now.
Are you? Is that darker?
Yeah, it's the darkest one, look.
I mean,
I think it's all about like the application though, because if you go like,
yeah, I do go, like, I'm not gonna lie. I bronze the hell out of my face. Bronze.
right? So now that I finished with that, let's conceal. I know you did this bomb video on our concealer.
Oh, did you see?
Yes. So tell me, what do you love about it?
I love the way it feels. I love the applicator as well.
The applicator
It's
was so important.
so nice, yeah. It's a little bit different to, I was expecting it to be matte, but I like it.
Well, so the way we wanted to do something like a soft matte, because we didn't want something
It's
to be
not
like,
as matte as the foundation,
Right.
that's what I found, but I
because
like
it was
that.
been too matte, then it would have been like too heavy. And what I loved about this, it was one, the applicator, and the fact that we made it easy for the beginner or somebody who was not so savvy with makeup. So I applied 310 on you. I'm gonna start with 310 as your concealer, which is 1 to 2 shades a little bit lighter than your complexion. And then if we want to go lighter, we just go to 300.
Okay.
So let me do this one first. Check if you like it. Because what I love about it, one, like you said, the applicator.
Yeah, it makes it really easy.
Yeah, and then two, I feel like it's super, super like smooth. And
It's not too heavy. You can build it up if you want to,
Right.
but it can look natural. Yesterday, in fact, I wish I would have taken a picture. I just used a concealer all over my face.
No way.
Yeah. I used a concealer everywhere. I was in a rush. I had 10 minutes to get ready, so it was a matter of brows, making my skin look a little bit better, and just powdering a little bit of bronze. And that's what I used. Just dotted it everywhere, blended it out with the foundation brush.
So once I get here, what I like to do is literally go and like bring it outward.
Sculpt me.
You like do it all.
You prefer using a brush
I do
or
both.
a sponge? Yeah.
I do
Me too.
both. So I like the brush when I'm applying it on someone because I have more control of how dramatic I can go.
Yeah.
But then if I feel like it looks too much, then I'll just go back with a sponge.
Yeah.
Personally, because I have like severe dark circles, I like to use a sponge. Because like that I have full control of my application. Because I feel like when I have a brush, I get too happy.
Everyone gets like that. It's like with eyeliner. You put a little bit on, I've got to match it up, and then you end up like Amy Winehouse. I love her so much. So I know that she's not like angry at me for saying that right now, because she knows I'm a true fan. Yeah, I mean, I love her, but that eyeliner was crazy.
I know, like I wonder, like I used to love the fact that she did it and she rocked it with all her confidence. And
I always wonder if she got a makeup artist, would she say like, make it as messy as what I do?
There is no way. I'm going to chisel you a little bit. I want to take the same concealer, just a small drop. Turn around this way. I'm going to go right underneath this contour. I'll do that on both sides. And then I'm going to take my sponge. So my sponge is already damped. I'm assuming you damp it, right?
Yeah, defo.
Some people are like, why is your sponge bigger? And I'm like, oh.
Gotta explain all this
I'm
again.
like, it's happening. You don't wet your sponge.
No, that's the worst.
Just creates more texture. Turn on this one. Just creates more texture, you know?
I'm excited to see what Fenty's got like going on for this year.
Girl.
We've already started out the year so good.
So strong.
Right?
I feel like we started so strong.
Like you just said, January, okay, let me just give you some powder. Let me just give you some concealer.
we give you like complexion galore,
You know?
sis. So I'm gonna set everything except for your under eye.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah, so the reason why we do that all the time is because like that, if anything falls out or we feel like after we did your eye, we want a little bit more coverage, we have the room to do that as opposed to going so cakey. We're just gonna set literally everything except for your under eye. I'm just going like all over.
You know, the powder, I've realized that it has a subtle scent, but it's not overpowering at all.
Yes, it has a
It's
subtle
really nice.
You know what's so funny? At first, I was like, somebody was like, it has a scent. And I was like, no, it doesn't. And then I was like, no, actually it does.
It's like a little vanilla. It's
Yes.
nice. It's not like,
Super, super soft.
no.
So now that I have completed my Fenty face, right? Now I'm gonna go and do the eyes, something subtle. And then I can go back with the complexion, really highlight it and finish with a good Mademoiselle lip. So I'm gonna prep the eyes with the eyeshadow primer. Just a small little dab here and there. I'm just literally just gonna blend it out with my fingers. I feel like I have more control when I do that. So I'm gonna first shape your eyes using Moroccan Spice palette. Then I'm gonna really spice it up using our Kilowatt palette.
cute.
You know she curated this herself, right?
Really?
Yeah, we gave her like a whole tray of like eyeshadows and she like handpicked all of them and created this one.
That's sick. I always take it when I'm traveling.
So I'm gonna start with Cuban Get It, which is like a very beautiful neutral. just to neutralize your lid. Using my all over eyeshadow brush. And I'm like literally gonna take it from the root of the lash, only on the lid. So I'm just gonna take the same color, wrap it around your lower lash lines for balance. I feel like eyeshadow is one of those things that people overthink it. Like it's like they want it to be perfectly blended, or they want like the perfect contour on the lids, you know, like the perfect crease color. And I feel like one is makeup, you can just take it off.
That's true.
You know, if you fuck it up, just fix it, you know? But I think it's all about overthinking it. One of the hardest things to do is brows. You do a very good job at that.
Yeah, I'm very invested in brows.
And you know that's the hardest thing to do.
You think?
Of course. You have to, that's the frame of the face.
Yeah.
If you mess that up, like you literally disbalance the shape.
That's true. Yeah, I am good at brows, to be fair. But eyeshadow is something that I would like to get better on, but I don't know if it's something that I either need to get better on or if I just put pressure on myself.
Yeah, I think you just put pressure on yourself. That's what it is.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take my beautiful Kilowatt palette, and I'm just gonna mix these 3 shades here. So I'm just gonna start layering them just on the center of the lid, going like upward into the brow bone. And this color is Copa Ice. And then I am gonna get Honey Slope, layer that right just on the center. And then I'm gonna get Stone Cold and layer that literally on top of all that. I just like to create like dimension. And then I am gonna get Stone Cold. You know, we love a good tear duct here at Fenty.
It's like my signature thing.
No? I'm obsessed. Let's do a little bit of fly liner just to define the root of the lash. Close your eyes. Do you wear liquid liner? Close.
Yeah, I do. Do you know what? When in probably like 2015, I wouldn't do a look without eyeliner.
Really?
I was obsessed. And I'm really good at doing eyeliner, actually. So I think...
That's another hard thing to do.
Maybe I'm just good at the harder stuff. God knows.
Every time I even would do black eyeliner, I would start with dark brown first.
Yeah.
And then like if the person likes it, then I'll go with black. Close. So I'm just gonna do like a thin line right on that root of the lash. I usually hold my breath when I do this.
So do I. Why do we do that?
Because you won't shake.
That's true. Yeah. I think it was just a natural thing that I did.
You won't shake when you do that. I like to take the end and like smudge it a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna take some banana powder and I'm gonna set the under eye now. I've completed the eye. And I'm gonna use my all over eyeshadow brush for that. Cause it's a little bit tinier, you know?
Yeah.
More control of my placement. I like to do this and Invisimatte, but I'll just stop, you know?
I actually haven't tried Invisimatte.
What?
No, I know, don't kill me, but I actually haven't. I know.
So this whole time you realize that you've been dead and you just like didn't notice. Really? Yeah, Invisimatte is I'm actually have to put it, like I'm obsessed. Invisimatte was the first powder that I was not afraid of as a makeup artist.
Okay.
Because it was one of those powders that is like, what it really does is absorbs the shine. So it's not, I mean, what is the Lion King being filmed next door? I just woke up, I'm gonna check my social media. Okay, so Invisimatte is like one of those products that is like, you would not be afraid of. I like layering my highlights, So I usually highlight like 2 or 3. Right, so we're gonna do first Rosé on Ice, which actually, fun fact, the reason why we did this individual, so you know how we had the fairy bomb?
Yeah.
So this is what was in it.
Oh.
How everybody was like, what color is this? It was actually Rosé on Ice.
Okay.
So we decided, because it was on popular demand, to bring it back individually.
Yeah, it's really good. And I think it's a shade that will suit everyone.
Yeah. Well, everything that we do needs to be tried on every single skin tone.
Mm-hmm.
If it doesn't work on one, then we can proceed with the product. Okay, so that's one layer. Then we're gonna take the Kilowatt palette and use Honey Slope, which is this beautiful coral. Now I'm gonna pop that more on your cheeks to create like a little blush effect. Smile. Ah, look at you. Do that again on this side. Love a little blush. When I do this, I always, every time I do any Kilowatt, like I like to go back with the sponge and like marry everything together. Let's take it here. And then lastly but not least, one of my favorite, Diamond Bomb. This one I like to do with my fingers because I get very carried away.
One of my favorite looks was using diamond. Is it Diamond Bomb?
Yeah, Diamond Bomb.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do lips. I'm going more for like a nude. So I'm gonna start off with I Quit.
Mm-hmm. One of my faves.
Then I'm gonna layer some stunner and then layer some gloss.
Okay.
What about that? So I'm gonna use this like a lip liner. I'm literally gonna define the Cupid's bow first. Then push, lip. I just twisted my bullet. So you just define the lip. I'm gonna do it again on both sides. Right, so we're gonna take a button and we're just gonna do this on the center. This has become my favorite like lip combo. Like I'm obsessed with it. Blot, like as much as you can. And there we go. Do it again. Popping. I mean, ideally you could leave it like that, but I like, do you like a glossy lip or like?
I love this.
So we're gonna do fuzzy. It's a brand new one, so you get to keep this one. Let's see, popping, hello. And I'm just gonna marry all that together with fuzzy. I had such a blast creating this look, and I hope you guys enjoyed as much as I did. Thank you so much for inviting me to your channel.
Thank you for coming.
And thank you for being such a fan of our Fenty family.